So in this Fallout 76 video, I'm going to be covering another possibility you can do in the game that you might have not known about. By the way, if you do appreciate this kind of content over different kind of possibilities around the game that players might have missed, feel free to leave a like to help support the content and to get it passed around to even more Fallout fans. The support is very motivating, guys. Definitely appreciate it. As always, it's totally up to you if you want to take the time sometime during this video to leave a like. Just leaving a friendly reminder here in the beginning. And if you are curious about more possibilities in the game that you might have missed, feel free to check the description. A link will be to a playlist that I've created covering many more different kind of possibilities that you might have missed. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this. The possibility I'm going to be showing in this video will be located inside the DMV at the Charleston Capitol building. Alright, so I just spawned in over here where you spawn in at if you fast travel to the Capitol building. Now I'm going to be showing you where the DMV is exactly located at. This place is amazing for experience. If you guys haven't experienced this, I definitely recommend it if you're trying to level up or farm legendaries. But yeah, the DMV can be located right here. Not too far from where you spawn in at when you first fast travel over to here. But yeah, let's go ahead and enter. And when you get inside, the secret possibility that you can trigger within here will be located right over here on the DMV number terminal. And yeah, the cool thing about this terminal is, well, first off, let me read what it states here. As you can see, it states, Charleston Department of Motor Vehicles. Customer service is our priority. Keep the number calling system, NCS, operational at all times. In no circumstances is the operator allowed to modify, alter, speed up, slow down, or in any way alter the system. Any such activity will result in immediate termination and arrest. And we have two options to choose from here. We can either boot up Department B or C. Let's go ahead and choose to boot up Department C first, and then we'll get into what happens with B.
J47, you are 21 years overdue. Please report to Section C. A2, calling A2. Last call for A2. J47, calling J47. A3, calling A3.
So as you can see, ghouls will just start coming into this area, as well as a unique named ghoul, J47, which was one of the numbers that got called from the intercom, if you remember. Now, I know we don't have any confirmation that some of these other ghouls that are showing up were the ones waiting for the number to be called, and the reason why I say some is because more show up than what's called out over the intercom. But as you can see, we do have confirmation with J47 showing up. And man, this J47 customer is long overdue.
J47, you are 21 years overdue. Please report to Section C. A2, calling A2.
21 years. Whew! This dude really owed the DMV. I'm not sure why the announcer put him on blast like that for everyone to know that he's 21 years overdue, but yeah, that let us know his business. And for some reason, no other numbers that were called had anything special said about them. It was just J47. I think that's just because there's only so much you can do with certain parts, and this got the point across good enough. Heck, they didn't have to make anything happen from interacting with the terminal in here. But yeah, anyways, when you take out J47, you don't get anything special. I mean, you do get a little bit more loot than from your usual enemy because he counts as a crowned enemy. But other than just a little bit more loot than usual from your typical ghoul, you don't get anything special. Would have been neat if it like had his drawn number ticket. You could loot from him or something. Then again, now that I think about it, 21 years ago, he drew the ticket. Yeah. And on top of the bombs dropping too. Yeah, never mind. But you get what I'm saying? It would have been neat if he would have had something special on him that you could take from him, since he is a unique named enemy. This is the only place where you can find the J47 ghoul. But anyways, now let's go ahead and see what happens when we boot up Department B. Let's go ahead and see the difference.
C39, calling C39. Please report to Section B.
Please wait for your number to be called.
N14, calling N14. J47, you are urgently needed at Section C. J47. C40, C40. Now, a message from your governor.
Voting is your patriotic duty, Appalachia. This November, you, my friends, get to decide on the future of our way of life. I know many are concerned with automation, and I know firsthand how it has affected our livelihoods in the short term. But automation will lift our factories, our towns, and our very homes into the future. So I urge you to vote yes to the Appalachia Prosperity Act.
N15. Calling N15. Last chance, N15. C41. C41. 41. 41. C. Interrupting for an important warning. Fraud is a serious crime. Make sure all forms are filled out accurately. Remember, only a commie commits fraud. N15. Calling N15. Last chance, N15. C12. C12. Now calling C12. J47. Again, you are urgently needed at Section C. C44.
Please wait for your number to be called.
C44. Please report to Section B. C42. Calling C42. C42. Please report to Department B. C42. C42. Last call. Warning. Office hours are ending. Please
Okay, so there is quite a bit of a difference with booting up Department B compared to C. For one, there was more dialogue over the intercom.
remember, only a commie commits fraud.
And also, there seemed to be more ghouls too, and I did encounter quite a bit of legendaries as well, even a 3-star. However, keep in mind that's going to be randomized though. You don't always encounter legendaries. I actually tried booting up Department B quite a few times because I didn't encounter J47. I thought at first, I was like, okay, maybe it's because I chose Department C first, so I decided to go back and do Department B first, and yeah, J47 still wasn't appearing for booting up that first. Yeah, he was only appearing after booting up Department C. Booting up Department B is just a bunch of random ghouls that you're going to be encountering and some extra dialogue. Department C is how you actually summon J47. He's mentioned quite a few times within the dialogue of Department B though, so it's kind of hinted that, you know, he's wanted, and then we learn when we boot up Department C, he's been overdue for 21 years. But yeah, I also noticed in the wiki for J47, it does state playing boot up Department C on the terminal can potentially summon J47 into the DMV lobby among the pack of feral ghouls responding to the loudspeakers playing. J47 will be a crowned feral ghoul when they appear. So yeah, it does seem that's how you summon J47, by booting up Department C. However, it is still worth it to boot up Department B too. It's just extra experience, and you have potential chance of running into some legendaries too. Both of these are definitely worth it to boot up if you are going into the Charleston Capitol building. If you didn't know about these, well, now you do. Hopefully this helps out in some kind of way. You can actually find legendaries from booting up Department C as well. A legendary can be running with J47. I've never encountered a legendary J47 though. I will say that. I don't think that's possible, but I don't know for sure. But yeah, I'm out of here though, everybody. Thanks for taking the time, watching and listening. If you found this enjoyable, consider taking a little bit of your time and leaving a like on the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. The support helps get the video more passed around to other Fallout fans, and also helps motivate me to continue this kind of content. But yeah, I'm out of here though. Thanks for taking the time, watching and listening. Peace.